All foreigners in Aceh are supposed to be restricted to the devastated capital Banda Aceh and the town of Malabo. But these fighters from the Free Aceh movement, or GAM, are escorting me to their hideout in the hills outside the capital. It's a long walk, and we must be careful to avoid the Indonesian military, which patrols this area.
Thank you for agreeing for the interview. Thank you very much for bringing us up here.
Commander Muharram is one of GAM's most senior military leaders, responsible for around 1,000 troops in this part of Aceh.
Saban-saban kan, di Nodeopi, ada kamu pi cukup mengharap tak nak berokon dalam darurat. Jadi uroyo katruh uroyo dengan musibah tsunami, uroyo katruh kena dum dari luar nanggro sehingga dapat kesempatan yang baik bagi kamu untuk memperterang apa sebenarnya yang terjadi di Aceh. Ya, jadi kamu sangat berterima kasih awaknya ka sudi jak kena buat tempat kamu yang cukup sangat darurat.
About 50 men live in this camp, spread out on a steep hillside with only a few tarpaulins for shelter and thick clouds of mosquitoes for company. When not on patrol, they are trapped here waiting for the next firefight. They're constantly on the run. Their last camp was attacked by the Indonesian army on January 20.
Dengan kekuatan awaan 50 ribu menyusup dengan tanpa sepengetahuan kamu, kemudian menggempur markas kamu yang jarak aji ngon kota.
In the wake of the Boxing Day tsunami, GAM declared a unilateral ceasefire that was soon echoed by the Indonesian army, or TNI. But there's growing evidence that the TNI is continually violating the ceasefire.
Jadi digempur kamu sehingga terjadi kontak tembak selama 2 jam. Kamu juga mempertahankan roh, awaknya menansyid dengan kekuatan yang ramai yang digempur kamu sehingga kamu payah matrek dan terjadi kontak tembak selama 2 jam dan kamu jatuh korban 2 roh yang kena luka tembak.
This is one of the men wounded in that attack.
Jadi yang kena nyo taboh. Ha? Tadi Pak tadi dua deh.
Nyo pembuangan darah 2.
Dua beranak lontar.
Kau nak buka je. Gelem.
Oh, anak punya. Dari kali jamu kan.
Kehebatan GAM itu hanyalah yang paling hebat itu dari GAM itu berbohong. Dia paling pintar sekali. Jadi
Lieutenant Colonel Eddie Solistiardi is the TNI spokesman for military operations in Aceh. He says his men are observing the ceasefire.
Sebetulnya sejak tsunami ini kami sudah mengambil satu keputusan bahwa pasukan kami akan melaksanakan operasi yang defensif aktif. Kami tidak lagi mencari, kami tidak lagi mengejar, tapi apabila ada gangguan tentunya harus kami atasi. Demikian.
So the operations you're carrying out since the tsunami, you are not going into the hills, you are not trying to catch GAM, you are not trying to go to their camps and attack them there. Is that correct?
Tidak lagi mengejar GAM, tidak lagi membunuh GAM, tidak lagi mencari GAM, betul.
Over the past 18 months, these men have survived the Indonesian military's best attempts to wipe them out. In mid-2003, martial law was declared in Aceh, and all foreign journalists and aid workers were banned from the province. Journalists were forbidden from even speaking to GAM. The recent opening up of Aceh to international relief operations has provided a rare opportunity to find out what's been going on while the world has looked the other way.
Jadi lantaran dipegot penyerangan atau GAM dengan kekuatan tempur yang cukup raih, pakai alat berat termasuk pesawat, kapal perang dan menansyid alat-alat lagi tank Scorpion dan sebagainya. dan menansyid di peguam operasi semena-mena ke rakyat. Asal mencuriga ke rakyat, tibak rukuk, bantu ke gam, nyo tetap habis, tetap tembak. Jadi, maka ji lantaran dipujak but sistem lagi kan, maka ji internasional di tham hai bitamong. Jadi kebik-kebik ditam. Hanjut tamong Aceh. Hanjut liput berita di Aceh. Nyo timbul pertanyaan, pakanya hanya liput? Antara awaknya di lapangan munai pegot dengan semena-mena tanpa ditepui oleh internasional.
The international community barely protested the isolation of Aceh and the all-out attacks by the Indonesian military. GAM wants to know why the world ignored Aceh's plight.
Jadi, pakon no kekuatan dunia termasuk lagi Amerika Serikat, Perancis, rekan China, pulaunya kena hak veto. Pakon hanya gunakan hak veto untuk tegan Indonesia. Padahalnya memang betul-betul pembantaian etnis. Jadi memang betul-betul dipoh rakyat sipil. Jadi pakon internasional diam. Baru uronyo sebab na musibah tsunami baru itamong kena Aceh. Pakon hamba raka ada rak phone.
Major General Bambang Damano was in charge of implementing martial law. He is now responsible for the international tsunami relief effort.
As the former commander during the time of martial law, do you feel the operation was successful in reducing the activity of the separatists?
Yeah. I feel that, of course. Not because I was the commander at the first military emergency status here. Not because of that, but the reality is, the reality is here. I think you can compare when you were here and met me in September 2002. I think you can compare the situation at that time and now. The situation right now is much happy with the people.
The TNI claims to have killed 3,000 GAM troops during martial law, but according to human rights groups and even the US State Department, most of those killed were not GAM but civilians. Commander Muharrem says both the TNI and BRIMOB, paramilitary police units, still attack civilians on a daily basis, despite the supposed ceasefire.
Bunga-bunga kira-kira po 7 bunga. Nyan aparat BRIMOB mentai buka operasi dalam kawasan Kampung Manggra, Kecamatan Indrapuri. Bunga-bunga. Jadi di sini di sini kai drop sidro masyarakat. Wadai tambang muna ditimbak watuh dengan membabi buta yang kudi warah tanpa arah. Tanya bunga-bunga po 7 bunga. Jadi benar di drop Subhan bin Nurdin, Gampong Muri Manggra, umur 20 tahun. Yang dicok oleh BRIMOB kejadian saya bunga. Jadi ini sebuah bukti yang bahawa TNI Polri mendong dibuat operasi di lapangan.
As the tropical rain beats down on their flimsy shelter, I realise that far from destroying GAM, martial law has driven more recruits to join the struggle. Escorting me back to the coastal plain, the rebels send out a scout to make sure we can safely cross back into TNI-controlled territory. Outside of Banda Aceh, the army's cleanup of the tsunami has barely begun. But these corpses, wrapped in black plastic, are evidence that the troops have been here. Dogs or thieves have ripped open the body bags. At the base of the mountains, the unburied dead are also a sign of how incredibly close the TNI is to the rebel hideout. Just a few kilometres from Commander Muharram's camp, TNI troops are stationed next to the flattened remains of a base. 101 military personnel were killed here in the tsunami, along with their wives and children. Officially, the TNI maintains only 363 of its men were lost in the tsunami, but with most bases situated in coastal regions like this one, the real toll is sure to be much higher. Thousands of extra troops have been rushed here to re-establish bases, assist with the clean-up, and according to the TNI, protect relief workers from attacks by GAM.
Kenyataan di lapangan lain bahwa mereka tetap saja mengganggu masyarakat, mengganggu aktivitas operasi kemanusiaan dan lain-lain, sehingga akan selalu berhadapan dengan pasukan kita yang mencoba mengamankan jalannya operasi kemanusiaan. Nah, disitulah terjadi kontak dan sebagainya gitu.
The TNI claims it has killed more than 200 GAM fighters since the tsunami in the course of its so-called defensive operations. Its spokesman claims the GAM fighters have been killed trying to disrupt the aid effort, but he's reluctant to provide evidence.
Have there been any attacks at all on humanitarian convoys or humanitarian supplies?
Ketika mereka menghadang ini untuk mendistribusi.
Pernah. Itu di in Julok, tapi dia melarikan diri. Kemudian di Bakongan, di Trumon, itu 5 GAM is dead.
Can you give me the times and places when the humanitarian relief convoys were attacked?
Kapan itu mereka menghadang?
Kalau yang di Julok itu,
although the Lieutenant Colonel eventually supplied some additional information, international relief organisations contacted by Dateline reported no attacks on their personnel or convoys. I was unable to find a single media report that verified any of these incidents, and GAM commanders deny any of the attacks occurred.
jadi kamu awal-awal daripada pernyataan daripada pihak kamu untuk ceasefire, yang kamu kawai mentaat, jadinya memang hana cik lantung hana bubut li, baik penangkapan, nyo penculikan kamu cik hana kah? Teman yang ke, nyo memandum lantaran kamu kap duit pernyataan lainnya, nyo memandum propaganda daripada pihak musuh untuk mengkambing hitamkan GAM.
The relocation of the population into refugee camps since the tsunami has made it easier for the TNI to locate GAM suspects. Under martial law, the Indonesian military forced 41,000 people into camps away from GAM areas, an attempt to remove the rebels' support base. Now the tsunami has achieved the same result, and the TNI is hunting GAM members in these camps. Soldiers came to this refugee camp near the Banda Aceh port and shot this woman's teenage son, Dodi Surya Hasni Asiwan.
Hari Minggu kejadiannya. Sore jam 3. Iya, tsunami 2 minggu. Baru kejadian ditembak anak saya ya. Bukan GAM dibilang sama orang, bukan GAM dia Pak, dia masih sekolah, dibilang SMA kelas 3.
Banyak-banyak salah.
Di situ kan nyerah dia, Pak, saya bukan GAM, dia bilang. Kok ditembak terus? 3 kali ditembak, di sini sekali, di dadanya 2 kali.
At that time, teorinya diminta
awak GAM?
Memang tambang kuno.
Iya, bergabung-gabung drone tanya.
Tiba?
Tiba kan tanya. Ya bergabung-gabung ya tahu ya awak bainang mana. Dia apa mungkin di informasi legok kadang na GAM tino wateni.
Oh.
The tsunami wiped out this woman's coastal village. It was her son who saved her from the natural disaster, only to be killed a fortnight later.
Dek tanya yang kita lu dipikul ya nek lu ipu kena ada kejadiannya.
Udah ni sakit tu.
Dipik dah nek lu nego anak almarhumnya.
Oh.
Sakit kah? Abisnya tanya hang ingat aju ke ji. Tete nek tanya yang selamat mak ji dia meninggal itu mak lego. Kiban mah radap atau fikir kan nek tanya nya. Takut lah kibang takut kak. Ateh nale yo. Abis jantung rata ji nak tu orang begah ni.
Across the road from the camp, I asked these soldiers if there had been any problems with GAM in that area.
Kejadian di sini sementara belum. Nggak ada. Selama tsunami nggak ada.
There have been several cases in the press in the last 3 weeks in which GAM soldiers who have come down to visit their relatives after the tsunami have been killed by the TNI. What do you say to that? Do you think any GAM personnel who you see anywhere for whatever reason, whether they are armed or not, do you think it's your duty to kill them on the spot?
Jadi begini, kalau mereka mau menjenguk keluarganya, kalau mereka mau mendatangi keluarga silahkan saja, selama mereka tidak mengganggu, karena umumnya mereka datang itu dengan niat untuk mengganggu, bahkan untuk membelokkan logistik dibawa ke basis-basis mereka itu. Inilah kadang-kadang yang kita juga sebetulnya sudah berkali-kali menghimbau ya momentum inilah kesempatan untuk kita saling membuka diri, kita selesaikanlah permasalahan ini dengan sebaik mungkin. Itu kalau mereka mau menyerahkan diri ya kita akan keterima dengan baik.
Ceasefires in Aceh have never meant very much. The last ceasefire in 2003 collapsed after pro-Indonesian militias attacked foreign peace monitors, forcing them to withdraw. The Indonesians then demanded GAM renounce its goal of independence and declared martial law. Just last week, a new peace process got underway in the Finnish capital Helsinki. GAM announced it would no longer directly appeal for independence, but called instead for the demilitarisation of Aceh and a plan for self-government. This was designed to break the impasse created by Indonesia and its outright rejection of independence.
We don't have any comment for this time, and we are going to see them. Okay.
Kamu sangat mengharapkan, tapi yang betul-betul memang dialog untuk yang independen. Dialog yang memang betul-betul nak ditengahi oleh pihak internasional yang ingin betul-betul menyelesaikan konflik di Aceh. Yang kamu harapkan, nak lagi perkara masalah mesti penghentian permusuhan ataupun masalah ceasefire. Nya betul-betul apabila sebuah pihak hanya mentaati, nya anda aja internasional melalui PBB untuk isyak tindakan atas sebuah pihak yang melanggar daripada perjanjian perdamaian saknyo. Kah?
So this is where your father was held inside the jail?
Yeah, he's in bed. Over there. This room and...
This man's father was one of the senior GAM negotiators during the last peace talks and should have been in Helsinki. But Sofian Ibrahim Tiba had been sentenced to 15 years in jail after martial law was declared and was one of hundreds of prisoners caught inside this Banda Aceh jail when the tsunami struck.
The waters come from behind this building, and the people is running here because this is the door where they can run.
According to Tiba's son, Oki, the guards were afraid of the prisoners escaping and kept the door locked. The stench and flies indicate that many bodies remain buried here.
I feel very sad, my father is a negotiator, and he is always optimistic that there will be more dialogue between GAM and RI and Indonesian. In this week, I heard that there's a dialogue between government and GAM, and I feel sad that my father not included anymore. He's not joined the negotiator because of this menace.
Under martial law, anyone who spoke out against the government was sentenced to prison for up to 15 years. Human rights activists and those who advocated free speech and a referendum for Aceh also died here. With 230,000 dead or missing in Aceh from the tsunami, the Indonesian military has taken the lead role in coordinating the relief effort. The military promotes its version of the conflict to the international organisations that have arrived to assist. It uses the threat of GAM attacks to control where and when aid is delivered. Armed military guards escort all relief convoys and ensure foreign workers do not get close enough to GAM areas to see what is going on. It's a tactic used time and again by the Indonesian military in Aceh and East Timor to intimidate and restrict the foreign presence. As the peace talks were progressing in Helsinki, the TNI released this footage of Army Chief of Staff Riamizard Riyakudu supposedly firing at rebels. Despite all the evidence to the contrary, hardliners in the TNI continue to accuse GAM of threatening the aid effort.
Sekarang dan kemarin juga sama, sebelum dan sesudah tsunami ada, gitu. Cuma kan kita sayangkan kenapa pada saat pasca tsunami ini mereka melakukan itu, memanfaatkan kesempatan di mana masyarakat Aceh sedang tertimpa musibah, kemudian juga TNI dan komponen-komponen masyarakat lainnya sedang memfokuskan diri untuk membantu masyarakat Aceh yang sedang kena musibah, kok mereka sempat-sempatnya melakukan tindakan seperti itu gitu.
It is the military's stated aim that the international attention given to the province following the tsunami will be as brief as possible. With most foreign troops now leaving, they seem to have succeeded. And once relief workers and the media move on, the Achenese will once again be at the mercy of the Indonesian military.
Tapi lo rasa nyokalia mungkin home lah. Mesti kamu harapan kamu bak internasional butui-butui di kalau Acehnya dengan tertimpa musibah tsunami yang bunuh, sehingga rakyat Acehnya beknali yang hudip sengsara, hudip dalam tekanan, hudip dalam ancaman, hudip dalam teror daripada pemerintah Indonesia Jawa. Jadi bukan teman, kamu agak khawatir kamu ke pihak Indonesia. Sebab awaknya lain dipegah, lain dipubut.